Hey, it's Carrie at Studio R12, and you guys have been asking about painting on fabric. So today, Patty is going to show you 4 easy steps to stenciling a personalized pool bag.
All right, guys, the very first step we want to do is we're going to get our canvas bag ready. This applies to almost every fabric that you're going to paint. So any fabric you're doing, you're going to do this step. You're going to iron it. You're going to get it out. If it's something that can be washed, this bag should probably not be thrown into the washer. I think it would destroy the handles. But you can wash your surface and then you can iron it flat. Okay, so I've ironed out the big wrinkles. This came all folded up. And then what you want to do next is you're going to put something behind or underneath your fabric. I am going to use a round board that I just happen to have, and I'm just gonna stick it in there. And what this does a couple of things. You can use cardboard too, but you wanna make sure that you're not using crinkly cardboard with like lots of ridges, because those ridges will transfer into your fabric painting and you will be sad. So I'm gonna center this because one of the stencils I'm gonna use is round as well. So I'm centering with my fingers and then making sure that I'm kind of even top and bottom. If you're just doing a piece of flat cardboard, you don't need to do this step. Okay, so now we are ready for getting our stencil out. All right, step 2 for painting your fabric is going to be to find a stencil that you like. I knew I wanted my initial on my bag. That's just great for taking to the beach. But I wanted some sort of border around it. And I really liked this border on this farmer's market stencil. When you're using stencils, you don't have to use the whole stencil. You can use the chicken or the farmer word or just the bands. So that's kind of nice when you are getting ready to create something new. I'm going to use a repositionable adhesive. So this is prepping our stencils. And then what I'm going to do is get my glasses. And then I'm going to just add the adhesive. It's got a little wheel in there, skipping around. And get that all. Just a little dab will do ya. This doesn't come off your stencil unless you're going to work at it with some rubbing alcohol or something like that. You can put a backer board of like a wax paper or something like that to keep it from sticking to other things. But you can use this over and over and it repositions. Okay. And then I'll do the same to my R. That doesn't need any drying time. Flip it over and then just give myself. What this is going to do is this is going to make this stencil stick to my fabric so that it lays down. Fabric has got some texture to it. So we want to get rid of that texture by sticking the stencil down really tight. And there. All right. That's it for step 2. All right, step 3. We're going to apply our stencil and paint. So easy. So I'm going to center this using my shape. I've tucked these handles out of the way so that they're not pulling around on my shape. Okay, and I think we'll call it right there. Now I'll press that down. And then you just kind of use your thumb to make sure that adhesive gets stuck down. The adhesive isn't super sticky, but it's just sticky enough. Okay, and so I'm just spraying it with my thumb. This makes it so much easier than trying to have this free-floating stencil right there. Okay. So we're going to do this one second. I'm going to use a dome stencil brush. Those of you who have struggled with paint bleeding under your stencil, you're going to want to know about the dome brush. It's cut all the way around as a dome, hence its name. Flat brushes tend to push the paint under. You want dome, and that will solve all your bleeding problems. All right, so now we're going to go in with a dry dome brush, pick up some of our blue paint. We're gonna rub it off on the paper towel. And I've got a little multi-masking tool here to keep my areas clean. So some of these details are close to some of these other details. So I will go right here and start. I'm gonna do the inner band and I'm going to do the little circles. And I'm going to use a stippling, which is a straight up and down. And I'm gonna spend a little bit of time. I'm not pushing hard. I'm just tapping gently, but I'm staying in one place and tapping over and over. Okay, and then I'll move this along. So this just masks my other area from getting any paint on it. It's very difficult. If I got paint on another area of my project, what I would do is I would either find some paint the exact same color and paint it away, or I would find a bug, stencil, or some detail that I could put right over that area. Okay, so now we're just gonna keep moving around the whole stencil. Isn't that cool to use a different stencil? When you're looking for other things to put in your backgrounds, Studio R12 stencils, we have thousands of stencils to choose from. So the selection is amazing. If you've had problems bleeding under stencils when you've painted in the past, make sure to check out our other videos that will help you with that. You can click the link above and that will take you right there. And make sure that you subscribe if you like the content. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to go around and look for anything that doesn't look filled in. I'm gonna flip my paper towel over, make sure I'm clean on the back, and just go and make sure that's filled in. It will look better if it's solid. If you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit distressed, you could leave it that way. All right, you ready to reveal? I always put my brush in water. Okay, here we go. And we peel. Look how nice that grabbed. That adhesive is amazing. Ta-da! Isn't that wonderful? Okay, when that dries, I can relay my stencil back on there and I can fill in the little bridge marks. All right, now that we have part one done of our stenciling process using 2 stencils, we are gonna do a monogram. Neat thing about monograms or neat thing about stencils is they're reusable. So once you own your letter R, I could make an apron and I could put an R there, put an R on projects. I could do them for my kids. You can put them on backpacks. So you can just keep reusing your stencil over and over. So we're gonna center our R and get it where you like it. Okay, and then just press it all down. And it's the same steps as doing the circle. Okay, and just tappy tappy. If you push hard, you can make the bristles push under. If you had water in your brush, you could make water and paint run under. So that's why you want dry paint, dry brush. And then I'll go over this one more time instead of forcing it with too much paint. Better to do 2 light layers than to do 1 heavy layer. All right, with 2 steps of our paint on, I think I'm gonna need a third. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry it with the blow dryer and just to have it stick a little better. Wet paint sometimes can slide off of wet paint. So when we put our paint on, we want it to stick. All right, and one more time, just to get it solid. Monogramming is so stinking expensive. If you wanted to make like a special present for somebody, this is the way to make it really special. All right, brush into the water bucket. If you need to know what any of the things are that we've used here today, we will list everything that we've used down below in the description. So check that out. And then we have links in there to our Facebook, and we have lives, and we have other video as well. So make sure that you check out all the things to know. And here, let's do a reveal on our R. Ta-da! Perfection. Okay, so monograms are amazing. They make the best gifts. You can monogram anything, basically, that can be stenciled on, which I'm having a hard time thinking of anything that can't be stenciled on. So they're reusable over and over. So once you have the one that you want, you're ready to go. So we painted on a beach bag, okay? But what else can you paint on? Let me show you just real quick. Also something that's super, super ridiculously expensive is pillows. So pillows are a fabric thing. You can go to IKEA, you can get a cover and a form, and you can change your pillows out all the time. T-shirts, aprons, all of the fabric things. It's so much fun, and it's so easy to make your life your own with your colors. And I hope that you enjoyed this, and I want to see your wonderful projects.
If you guys like this video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe to the Studio R12 YouTube channel and make sure to hit that bell so you'll be notified anytime we go live. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook. We're there every Tuesday at 12 and 9 p.m. Eastern with tutorials and answering your questions live.